Yes, sir, you can start the class.
Okay, right. Um, if you have any doubts regarding the last class, you can ask me, or else I will resume the last class. Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yeah, it's getting open now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is our topic, active voice and passive voice. We have discussed it, how to change an active voice into passive voice, or even these 6 steps are helpful to recognize a sentence that is in either active voice or passive voice. Right? These are the 6 steps should be remembered. And the table that we should remember is, this table also, subject to pronoun, object to pronoun, because this should be interchanged. And this is the actual table, and this is the short form of this table, shortcut. Right? So if you remember this table, this table and the 6 steps and the pronoun table. So when you remember these 3, then the voice is in your hand without having any doubt. I think simple past tense is the one we have started yesterday, started in the last class, right? Yeah, I think these 2 examples were finished, right? I told her, she was told by me. Ravali respected me, I was respected by Ravali. Okay, if noun is given, the same noun is written in the place of object. Okay, now when we come to interrogative sentence in the simple past tense, right? In the interrogative sentence, in active voice, helping verb did is used, right? In present tense, simple present, do or does, right? So in terms of passive voice, was or were are used, right, as B forms in passive voice. In simple past, passive voice, was or were are B forms to be used. Okay. See, did Manasa write the exam? So actually, let me tell you once again the 6 steps. This subject, verb, object are identified at first. The exam, right? Object is changed as subject. The exam, right? So later on, according to the tense, I mean according to the verb form, main verb. B forms are used. So here write okay V1, but did also used. Did plus V1 what? V2. Did plus V1 is equals to, right, V2. Did plus V1 equals to V. So V2 is the verb form. So what are the V forms used? Was, were. So why only I used was? Because exam is singular. And why I used before the subject this was? Because in the active voice, question form, interrogative sentence, I mean helping verb is used before the subject. So in the same manner I used in the passive voice too before the subject. Actually where it should be used, after the subject here. But I used here. Why? Because did is used in the active voice before the subject. So was the exam. Then write becomes written V3 form. After V3 by. After by, subject is changed as object. Manasa becomes Manasa, but not her. Her is wrong. Manasa is only right. If it is here she, then it becomes her. Similarly, did Krishna guide them? Did Krishna guide them? Okay. So they becomes, them becomes they as subject, right? So according to the tense, I mean verb form, B forms used, right? Here guide plus V1, I mean did plus V1, okay, equals to V2. So here we should think V2. So that was or were. Were. Why were? Because they is the plural. So they should, were should be used. And I used before the subject here. Why before the subject? Because here itself in the active voice before the subject helping verb is used. Okay. Were they guided? Guide becomes V3. After V3 by. Next Krishna becomes Krishna as object. As subject Krishna, as object Krishna. Okay. So this is the matter. Okay. So here are I didn't write the negative sentence over here, but let me write here now. Actually I wrote but I deleted. Write again here. um, Girija did not attend the class. Right. Now this is yesterday. Okay. Girija did not attend the class yesterday. This is the sentence I'm giving you now. You please change it. Unmute yourself, change and tell me. I'm waiting for the answer. Or else if you just simply want me to go ahead the explanation without asking you any questions, I can go with that. What's your answer?
Please explain, sir.
So are you not able to change this sentence into passive voice? Okay, let me explain. Right? See, the same manner here. What are the 6 steps? First step, subject. Subject. What is verb here? Did not attempt. Attend. Did not attend, right? Did not attend. Entire this one is verb. Of course, this only verb, but these are also impacted. These are also influenced by this. Did not also influenced by this word, this verb attended. Okay. Next, what is the object in this sentence? Is it either the class or yesterday? The class. Why only the class? Because this is the only answer for those 2 words. What are the words? WH words. What or whom? So let me question. Girija did not attend what? Girija did not attend what? Actually, this is not the right formation of questioning, but to simplify it, to know it very well, right? To recognize it well, I just frame the sentence so. So Girija did not attend what? What is the answer for what? The class. So the class is the object. Whatever the answer that we get, that is the object. Okay. And when we get object, and that is only the transitive verb. And if transitive verb is used in the active voice, the only sentence is transformed into passive voice, or else we cannot. And what is this yesterday? Yesterday is remaining part of the sentence, right? Yesterday is remaining part of the sentence. Okay. So remaining part of the sentence is given at the end of the sentence. So we again write in the passive voice at the end of the sentence. First of all, second step. What is the second step? The class object should be changed as subject. The class, right? Okay. The class. Next, third step. What is the third step? Based on the tense, I mean verb form, B forms are used. Here did not. It means did plus V1 means V2. So if V2 was or were, I used was. Only why was? Because class is singular. Right? Class was. So third step is over. What is the fourth step? Fourth step is main verb turned into V3. So what is the V3 of this? Attended. Right? After attended, position by. After by, subject is changed as object. This is subject, Girija. Same right. Right. This is the remaining part of the sentence. Yesterday. Right? The same word at the end. If this is given in the initial position, we write. No problem. Right? In the examination too, they will give either initial position or end position, or in the middle. If it is given in the middle, we only use the same where it is used in the middle. In the middle, we use in the passive voice. Okay, this is the sentence of passive voice. Let me give you one more. It did not. It did not. Hmm. SWI SWEPT, right? It did not sweep the floor. This is the sentence, right? Neatly, right? And yesterday, right? He did not sweep the floor neatly yesterday, right? So this is the sentence now. I extend a word here, neatly. Yesterday is already given in this above sentence. Now, answer. Answer for this is Again, it is a subject, did not sweep, verb form, the floor, object. Okay, neatly yesterday, remaining part of the sentence. Now, let me write it. Let me change it into passive voice. What is the object? The floor. The floor, right? Again was. Why was? Because did plus V2. Did plus V1, V2 was. Or were. Why only was here? Because the floor is singular. So was. The floor was. Right? Not fourth step. Verb form turned into V3. What is the V3 form of sweep? Swept. After V3, by. After by, subject. So either subject and object, it should be written. It never changed. Okay. So it later on neatly yesterday. Right. So this is what way we change active voice into passive voice. Interrogative sentence. Already we have discussed interrogative sentences. Okay. But I think where it is given present continuous, present perfect, interrogative sentence. Yeah, here we have already when direct object and indirect object are used in a sentence, how they are changed. So that is to be explained actually, but already it is given. So with, after going there, we will discuss that. Okay, where are we now? Simple future, right? Yeah, simple future. How it is changed? Same 6 steps and the same table, the B forms table. Okay, so when you remember them, then it is easy to answer. She can answer. So let me tell you, changing the active voice into passive voice directly cannot be asked in the examination, right? But in the examination, it can be asked like this. Let's see. She was not better. She was not better. Her friend 1 year back, right? So she was not better her friend 1 year back. This is the statement. And they will ask you in the same manner, they will give you 4 sentences and will ask you to identify the grammatically correct or grammatically wrong. If they ask you grammatically correct, out of 4, only 1 is grammatically correct, the rest 3 grammatically wrong. Or else, when you are asked, identify grammatically incorrect. Okay, grammatically incorrect. Out of 4, one is incorrect, the rest will be correct grammatically, right? So this is one like the same. So if you are interested, if you are able to answer for this question, will you please answer for this? Because just now you have to know, you have to you have come to know passive voice and active voice in the simple past tense. You must be able to answer for this question. Can somebody answer for this, please? No voice. Are you following me? You are not, the students in BTech program or degree program or PG program, and it is not, the academic curriculum. So to extend the class or the classes, to year longer. So when you are able to answer, you just say answer. When you are unable, you just say we don't know or I don't know. Come on. So after getting answer from you, I'll go forward. Do you know answer for this? If yes, say the answer.
No, sir.
Okay. See, actually, it seems in the passive voice, right? It seems it is in passive voice. Let me tell you why we should consider it passive voice. Don't think me wrong that I did not say consider this as passive voice, because as is not used after consider. After the verb consider, as is not used. It is considered as that, right? I am considered as this, or you are considered as that. No, after consider, as should not be used. Okay, that's errors and common corrections I told you now. So why we should think this is in passive voice? Let me tell you. Okay, she was not, right? She was not. She was not better. Her friend 1 year back. This is a sentence. Why it is in passive voice that we should think? Because the verb form here it is given V1. When was is used, it should be either V4 or V3. If V4 is used, that is past continuous. If V4 used, that is past continuous. So that we can have the sentence like, she was not battering. Batter means beat. Batter means beat. Okay. She was not battering. Like that we will have sentence. We will get the sentence. But here, see, was is used, but again V1 is used. So it is wrong. So it should be here added battered. Okay. Here I added battered. She was not battered. Battered. Now is it right? Still it is wrong, because it should be by. It should be by after V3. Okay. So now she was not battered by her friend 1 year back. ఒక సంవత్సరం క్రితం ఆమె ఫ్రెండ్ చేత కొట్టబడలేదు. యాక్చువల్గా బీట్ అంటే కొట్టడం, బ్యాటర్ అంటే బాధడం. అదే పశువులని కొడతాం కదా గట్టిగా, అంటే భయంకరంగా, అది బాధడం అంటాం. బాదుట, అదే బట్టల్ని బండకేసి కొట్టడం, అది. ఓకే. సో అది batter. So here wrong sentence is given. So when you know active voice and passive voice, then you can be, capable of identifying the given sentence is either wrong or right. For this, we need to know active voice and passive voice. Okay, hope you understood my intention. Because they don't ask you directly to change the sentence into that sentence, but a similar meaning will be asked, right? Or else they can also ask you directly, what is the passive form of the given sentence, right? Like this. So if they ask you like this is the given sentence, and the question will be like, what is the passive form of this sentence, given sentence? So you should be able to identify a sentence like this out of 4 options. Okay. In such a way, shall I give you one multiple choice question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me give you. Identify the sentence or sentences given below that are grammatically wrong, right? So this is the question actually. No options I am giving. All active voice and passive voice I'm giving you, right? Please have a keen concentration. Option A, Kavya did not respond any question. Recently. Okay. Option B, Geeta has not stolen my pen yesterday. Option C, my pen was stolen by Radha. Option D, the thief is not questioned by the police. Okay, so these are the options are given. Actually, after that, I'll tell you. This is not the question completed. Okay, let me ask you, What are the grammatically correct? Same. What are the identify the sentence or sentences given below that are grammatically wrong. Now identify. Actually, question is not completed. I'll complete. But now just I'm asking you, identify any errors are there in the sentences out of 4 options.
Option A.
Option A, grammatically wrong. Okay.
Yes,
Then
sir.
is that only sentence was given wrong? What about the rest? You are out of, you are like 8 members you are. Repeatedly, only one person is answering. What about the rest?
Option D also wrong, sir.
Option D also wrong. Okay. Next.
Correct, sir.
Is option B right? Is option B right?
Yes, sir.
Right. No, that is wrong. Option B is wrong. Okay, that is also grammatically incorrect. And what about option C? Is grammatically right? Right. Option C is grammatically right. Now let me give you the real options now. Okay. Grammatically incorrect sentences. A, comma, B, comma, D. Number 2. A, comma, C, comma, D. Option 3. A, comma, C. Option 4. C, comma, D. What is the right option now?
2.
1, sir.
1, sir.
Yes.
A, B, D.
1 is the
Option 1.
is the right answer. What is the question? Identify the sentence or sentences given below that are grammatically wrong. Right? Option A wrong, option B wrong, option D wrong. So the final option A is the right answer now, because these 3 are grammatically incorrect. Let us see why. Kavya did not respond any question recently. So recently is used in present perfect. So but here did not respond used. Okay, so it is wrong. Geeta has not stolen my pen yesterday. Yesterday is used in simple past, but here used has not. Has not is the present perfect. Okay. Now here the thief is not questioned by the police. It is wrong. Why it is wrong? Because there should be ed, questioned. It is passivized. It is passivized. By is there, subject and B form is. There should be V3, but only V1 is given. So it is wrong. It is right. My pen was stolen by Radha. Though the Radha has not the capital letter at first, but it is right. Okay, because all proper nouns are not known by all the people across the world, because proper nouns cannot be easily identified. Okay, so in this way questions will be asked in the examination. Actually, this is so complicated question, right? This is how examinations will be there, right? Now, shall I ask you one more? Shall I ask you one more question like this, or we go forward with a simple future?
Yes, sir. One more
You need
question.
one more question. Okay. Identify the grammatically correct sentence. I'm not typing that. Identify the grammatically correct sentence. I'm telling you. Identify grammatically correct sentence. Options I'm giving you. Option A. Okay, option A. Sarita is not inculcating the Gita. Option B. The Gita is not inculcated Sarita, right? Next option C. The laptop was purchased yesterday. The laptop was purchased yesterday. Option C. All the students were influenced by the teacher. So options are not over given, but let me tell you what are the grammatically correct sentences.
D.
C, D.
D.
Gita is not inculcated Sarita. Is it grammatically correct sentence?
A, sir. A is correct, sir.
A is correct.
CD
Okay,
is
A is
correct,
correct.
sir.
CD is also correct.
ACD.
Yes, sir. CD.
So ACD is the right
CD
answer.
correct, sir.
CD also correct, grammatically correct.
Yes, sir.
Yes, absolutely right. The laptop was purchased yesterday. Here we missed one thing, by object. By object. Okay. By is not used. By is object is not used. Let it be, no problem. Always we cannot use, object and before that by. So that is why passive voices are used. Okay. Laptop was purchased yesterday. That's it. Right? It is right. All the students were influenced by the teacher. It is right. Sarita is not inculcating the Gita. It is active voice or passive voice?
Active voice, sir.
Active voice. And see, the Gita is not inculcated Sarita. This is wrong. B is wrong. B is grammatically wrong because
By
preposition by is not
By is
used.
by
missing.
the Gita.
Yes, yes. By Sarita.
And
The Gita is not inculcated by Sarita.
Sarita.
Right. It should be actual sentence. By is not given. So it is wrong sentence. So this is how examinations will be there, right? To confuse, always to confuse the students. But as per English language, there is no extra sentence will be given in the examination out of the structures we have. Out of the structures we have, right? Examination won't be there. But they just shuffle the vocabulary, right? In making the sentences. In the name of active voice, in the name of voice, in the name of direct indirect speech in the name of degrees of comparison, in the name of, synthesis of sentences, in the name of conditional sentences, right? So this is how what happens, in the competitive examination in terms of English language. But there won't be any other structure out of the structures we have in English. That is hardly 80 to 100 structures. Maximum usage day-to-day, in day-to-day life, maximum usage of sentences or the structures are 80 that we have discussed initially, right? So when we remember the 80 kinds of structures, then English is yours. You won't commit any mistakes. You won't commit any mistakes anywhere, any examination, right? Now let us go for simple future. You please don't hesitate, never hesitate to ask me any question, or never hesitate to ask me for the exercises or different kinds of exercises that you have seen some of the grammar books or somewhere else, right? Here and there. When you come across, when you encounter any grammatical sentence, right? Anywhere else that you have come across, you have encountered, you please bring to my notice and ask me to make it clear. I'll be there to make the sentence clear. Okay. Next, simple future. She can answer any question. She can answer any question. This is the sentence. Any question can be answered by her. Same, simple, 6 steps. Subjective, verb, object identified. Object is changed as subject. Any question, right? Why any question is considered object? Why not only any, or why not only question? No, it is not we decide. It is not the object that we decide. It is decided by the 2 WH words. What or whom? Now question. She can answer what? Is it any we only getting? Or is it only question we are getting as answer? No. Any question we are getting as answer. So any question is the object. So any question can be answered. Any question, same helping verb or modal auxiliary, modal helping verb should be used here. Extra, when, can, will, shall, may are used in the active voice, right? Including the active voice in the passive voice again, extra we use be, because it is here only the be form. Actually, passive voice means passive verb. Passive voice means passive verb. Here, without be, answered is active verb. But when be is used as prefix, right? Not exactly prefix, but before it, then answered becomes passive verb. Passive voice means passive verb. So when active verbs become passive verbs, when the verbs are followed by be forms. So be forms are, as we have learnt already, right? They are am, is, are, was, were, have been, has been, I'm telling been, right? And be can be, will be, shall be, or being, right? So this is how we need to change. Can, extra be, answer, third form, right? Answered, and subject she becomes before that by preposition by, right? Her. She becomes her as object. Let us see this. We will help the poor. We will help the poor. She. The poor is the object. The poor will be, extra be, will is will be helped. V3 by preposition after V3. We becomes us. Object form, object pronoun. They cannot win the match. This is negative sentence. They cannot win the match this time. Right? See, what is the object here? They cannot win what? the match. What is this time? Remaining part of the sentence. It is given at the end. So in the passive voice, we should use it at the end. See, the match cannot be one, V3, win becomes one, right? By them. See here, this is also the way that we can transform into passive voice. But there is up to here, there is a mistake. What is the mistake?
It should be good, sir.
No. Cannot become could. It possible only direct and indirect speech. Okay, there is no mistake. There is no mistake of this highlighted phrase. The match cannot be. No mistake in that. Okay. I just asked you to, whether you are truly following or not. The match cannot be, right? Cannot is there. Extra be is used. Win becomes one. Now I used this time after the V3 instead of by. See, this is somehow different from the above kind of exercises. Okay, why? When time is given, this time, that time, yesterday, here, there, right? Sorry, now, time, whatever the word that indicates time, right? Then we can also use the time of adverb. Let me tell you clearly. Time of adverbs are, now is the word, it is indicating time, isn't it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And yesterday is the time. It's the word that indicates time. Okay. Next, tomorrow. Tomorrow is the time. The word that indicates time. Okay. Next, 2 days. 2 days is a word that indicates time. Right? 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. It is the word that indicates time. Right? So whatever the word that indicates time can be used after V3 I am telling. Can be used after V3 I am telling. And I'm also telling you, it can also be used after object. See, let me tell you. By them, this time is also right. See, there are 2 ways to answer for that. The match cannot be won this time by them. Okay. And the match cannot be won by them this time. Right? By them this time. It can also be right. There are 2 possible ways. Okay. Remember, only when it is possible, only when time of word, the word which indicates time, right? Remember. See, note is given here. Generally, an adverb can be placed after past participle in passive voice, right? That is what that I told you now. It can be either placed at the beginning or at the end of the sentence contextually in PV. Contextually, it can be used even in the beginning of the sentence, right? So that this sentence can be transformed like this even. This time, the match cannot be won by them. This is also possible. This time, the match cannot be won by them. This is also possible. Okay. So in the examination, they will give you like this, right? They may give you like this or by like this. Okay. The match cannot be won by them this time, or this time the match cannot be won by them. So there are three possible ways when adverb that indicates time can be used like this. Three possible ways. Okay. Next. Now let us come to interrogative sentences. See, can she answer any question? Can she answer any question? This is the sentence. So can any question be answered by her? Now let me tell you, this is right. Can be any question by her. Is it right? Can be any answer? Can any question answered by her? Is it right? No, it is wrong. Because, see, I told you, I remember, when two helping verbs are used, right, can one be one? Two. This be is written after the subject. Only first helping verb is written before the subject. Second helping verb is written after the subject. So when we discuss tenses, right? So we discuss this one. When two helping verbs can be, right? And if it is the question form, first helping verb before the subject, second helping verb after the subject, right? This is what only right. So any question be answered by her. This is the right answer. Next, will we help the poor? Again, will, same. The poor, be, right, extra be, help, helped by, we becomes us. Cannot they win the match this time? Negative interrogative sentence I used. Cannot. This is not even interrogative sentence. It is negative interrogative sentence. Cannot they win the match this time? I mean, can't they win the match this time? See, can't, object, the match, right? Extra be form after the subject, right? And win becomes V3, that is won, right? This time is used after V3. Next by, right? They becomes them. So this time also used after by them. Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you have any confusion, let me know. I'll come again the explanation. I'll repeat the explanation. Okay. Actually, first two to three tenses regarding the active voice and passive voice are somehow critical to understand. After that, it's so easy because it's the same pattern we are following. Now, after completing these past continuous, present continuous, right? Present perfect. So these actually here onwards, actual changes will begin. So these are somehow critical to understand, critical to answer. These are the other extra patterns or the structures we have to answer or to change an active voice into passive voice up to this. Right? Actually, these common sentences for every tense I used, very common sentences. See, present continuous we are doing now. They are singing a song rhythmically. This is the active voice. They are singing a song rhythmically. They subject are singing verb, a song object, rhythmically remaining part of the sentence. Same. A song changed as subject, right? Object changed as subject. Now is used here. Why? Because in the active voice are used. In the passive voice is used. Why? Because they is plural, so are is used. Song is singular, so is used. Then why being we should use? Being is the word. Yeah, yes, exactly. Exactly right. Because we are making this V4 into V3, when verb form is in V3, the action is already completed. But what is the meaning that we are getting from this sentence? The action is in progress. Whatever the change that we could do should be the same. There should not be any grammatically wrong. So, but what the rule we have? Every main verb should be turned into V3. So as per the rule, we should change. But we should also make the same sentence into progressive. So when we want to make the sentence into progressive action, we should use being. So being plus V3 equals to V4. Yes. Being plus V3 equals to V4. That is why only we use being. Good. See, a song is being sung rhythmically by them. Right? Here also rhythmically used after V3. No problem. We can very easily use this adverb after V3. Okay? Because it is not, the word indicating, time, though it is, but it is an adverb which is ended by ly adverb, right? There are some adverbs which are not ended by ly. Generally 99% ends with, close with ly. Generally, commonly, regularly, cleverly, smartly, right? Deliciously, beautifully, wonderfully. These are all adverbs. There are some adverbs also which are not closed by ly, like fast, now, yesterday. These are also adverbs. Are they adverbs really? If you have doubt at this position, then we will discuss adverbs. Of course, we need to discuss adverbs, but in terms of time, in cuts of time. So we can also use this rhythmically an adverb which is ended by ly after V3. Then subject becomes object. Next, Bhumi is playing the veena and the piano simultaneously. Bhumi is playing the veena and the piano simultaneously. This is the sentence we have. See, Bhumi is playing what? The veena. Is that only veena? No, veena and piano. Okay, so the veena and piano are being because V4. So that being, playing becomes played, right? Simultaneously, right? After V3 by Bhumi, right? If one example is clearly known, clearly understood, and all the examples will be same pattern. Okay. Now, interrogative sentence. Are they singing a song rhythmically? Just same what are helping verb is used before the subject. We also use before that, before the subject. A song is a song. Extra being after subject. First helping verb before the subject. Second helping verb after the subject. So, is a song being, singing becomes sung rhythmically, by, they becomes them. Is Bhumi playing the veena and the piano simultaneously? So here are. Why? Because subject is plural, right? So are the veena and the piano, being second helping verb after the subject. Playing becomes played simultaneously by them. And it is not wrong to use this simultaneously after by them. No wrong at all. Or the veena and the piano are or the veena and piano being played by Bhumi simultaneously. No wrong at all. It's absolutely right. I just told you there is a chance.
In the above sentence, they are singing a song rhythmically. In that sentence also, we can use
Of course,
rhythmically at last.
yes.
Okay.
There is a possibility to use this kind of examples, kind of adverbs after V3. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So there is a possibility to use after V3. Okay. And this is not confined. This kind of pattern confined only to the particular sentence. No. We can use after V3 or after object, right? Confine means, what do you mean by confine?
Belong.
Confine.
Belongs.
No. Confine means um, limit. Actually, limit in the sense ఏమంటాం తెలుగులో అంటే దీనికి మాత్రమే పరిమితం, right? It is not confined. అంటే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ కన్ఫైన్డ్ ఓన్లీ ఫర్ దిస్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. అంటే దీనికి మాత్రమే పరిమితమైంది కాదు అని అర్థం. కన్ఫైన్ అంటే దట్ ఈస్ ద మీనింగ్, right? Okay. Now see past continuous. Same, we just use only the B forms are changed. Here am is are present continuous. Here was were past continuous. Everything is same. Everything is same for this present continuous to past continuous. My brother was doing homework. Homework was being done by my brother. They were not asking me many questions. They are not asking me many questions on grammar. Of course, it is negative sentence. But see, here I used two objects. See, generally, so far we have had only one object for the sentence or for the transitive verb. But here we have two objects. When we get only one object, when we get answer for only one WH word, that is either what or whom. But here we are getting two objects, means we are getting answer for the two words. that are what and whom. See, they were not asking what. They were not asking what. Many questions. Okay. Next, they are not asking whom. Me. One more answer. Two answers. They are not asking whom. Me. They are not asking what. Many questions. Okay. On grammar is remaining part of the sentence. Actually, this question should not be asked here, having two questions, having two objects, because the particular category is available at somewhere here. Okay, I think here it is, right? But we will discuss that one after completing these exercises. Okay, where we are? Okay, right here. So they were not asking many questions on grammar. So I took only me as object. Me as object. So I changed me as subject. So it becomes I. I goes with was. So I was. Not. I was not. Being. Why asking? Being. Asking becomes asked because V3 should be changed. So many questions on grammar remaining part of the sentence. Many questions on grammar remaining part of the sentence. So after V3, it is used. I was not being asked many questions on grammar by them. And it can be used after this also. I was not being asked by them many questions on grammar. Okay. That is also possible. I was not being asked by them many questions on grammar, or I was not being asked many questions on grammar by them. Okay. But there is no transformation of passive voice by using this object. Of course we will, but not now, after completing these simple questions, simple pattern, right? So I think there we end. We are exceeding the time. Of course, let us finish this interrogative. Okay. Then present perfect will be done tomorrow. I mean next class. So was my brother doing homework? Same, was before subject, here also before subject. Was homework being done by my brother? They are not asking me many questions. Negative interrogative. So it is even wrong. Actually, here is a typo. Were not they asking me many questions on grammar? It is right. See, were, not were, was. Why was? Because I. Not, being. Second helping verb after subject. First helping verb before subject. If two helping verbs we have. See, was not, I. Being asked many questions on grammar by them. Okay, so this is how we change an active voice into passive voice. Right? Once again, I'm telling you, please note down the doubts and note doubts regarding the explanation that we had or we are having now. Right? You can note down and ask me in the next class or in this class itself. Okay, but don't just listen to the class sitting idle. Learning the things means imbibing the things, right? Imbibing the things. Okay, learning the things means just wanna this is this, that is that. Okay, that is no, that is not, a kind of like mugging up by hearting system. No. Why? We should always question why so, why it is so. The things. Okay. See you in the next class. Hope you have followed me today. Any doubt you want to ask? Okay, no, you are not asking.
Sir, can you please explain simple past interrogative, sir? Just one sentence.
Simple past interrogative. Okay.
Just one example is there, sir.
Okay. Simple past interrogative. Did I answer your question? Did I answer your question? Read in the chat box. I just posted the question. Did I answer your question? అంటే నేను నీ క్వశ్చన్ కి ఆన్సర్ చేశానా అని అర్థం. Did I answer your question? Here, what is the subject? I. What is the verb? Answer. Right? What is the object? Your question. Object is changed as subject, like your question. Right? Your question. But did is used before the subject. So we should also use that helping verb before the subject, even in the passive voice. So what are the be forms in the passive voice we have in simple past? Was or were. Okay. Here, what is the subject we are going to have as a subject? Your question. Your question means nee question. Nee question ante single, right? Adi ante single, right? Kabatti was. So was your answer, right? Was your answer. Sorry, was your question. Answer becomes answered. V3. Was your question answered by me? Was your question answered by me? So this is the answer. Let me also tell
Sir,
you one more.
Negative interrogative, sir. Can you please share the screen, sir? I have one doubt on it, sir.
Okay, sure. I share the screen now. Okay, where it is simple past. Simple past. Yeah, here itself. Yes. Yeah, tell me your doubt. Okay, you are asking me to explain this negative interrogative, okay? That's so?
Little above, sir. All these examples above.
These are?
Sarita, sir. Sorry. From these examples, that also.
Okay, this one. Sarita
No,
is
sir.
not inculcated that way.
Top of that, sir. I think simple present. Above the example.
Simple.
Yes, sir. She was not bad at that one, sir. Giriza did not attend the class. The class was not attended.
Okay. Right. So this is your doubt. You want me to explain this one again?
Yes, sir. And sir, my doubt
This
is sir, both the active voice and passive voice should be give the same meaning, right, sir?
Of course, should be same. Otherwise.
But here, this is negative. This is positive. Why? How it is possible, sir?
Okay. Actually, that's a typo.
Yes.
It's a typo.
Okay, sir.
It's a typo.
Okay, sir.
Right. That's a typo.
Yes, sir.
Actually, I should have written. Not there, but I didn't write. Right.
That's it, sir. Down example also, sir.
Which one? This?
Was swept Did not swept. The floor was swept. These are both negative, sir.
Yes, these two.
One
These two.
positive and negative. Yes, sir. That's it. Sir.
Yes, it's a typo.
Okay,
Typo.
sir. That's all,
Right.
sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Actually, there are typos. Then you could have answered. You could have asked here itself. Right? Please don't hesitate. Don't hesitate to ask any question, to ask any doubt. Okay. So there may be some typos now and then. But thank you for reminding me this one, because all of you can consider this is the right one without not, because here it is not here should be also not. Any sentence, any topic in grammar, any conversion, any transformation that you are doing from this sentence to that sentence, meaning should not be changed. If meaning changed, then you are wrong. If meaning changed, you are wrong. Absolutely you are wrong. No doubt. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Right. Thank you. And see you in the next class.
Thank you, Jana Reddy. A nice class.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, ma. Thank you.
Shall I leave, sir?